What is going on, everybody? It's Real with Jordan and Demi. We are
Woo!
live for the very first time. Let me adjust my screen so you can see my whole head. What is going on, Demi?
Wow, we're about to get real lit today, aren't we? On this
We are
live.
going live. We would like to thank our viewers and our listeners who have got us to this point. We are now well into the 50s on our episodes, and we are trying something new. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple or iHeart Music, we're broadcasting live our episodes now on Mondays and Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern. And we will post a podcast version the day after we do the live video, which is streaming simultaneously on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook, and Twitter. Demi, how you doing?
Oh my God. I'm good. We're gonna have Willie Jones today.
Willie Jones is our guest. It is, of course, Monday, which means it's Martin Luther King Day, and 2 days before inauguration, and that's why Willie is with us. He has a special partnership, a single and a whole campaign he's doing for Martin Luther King Day. If you don't know Willie Jones, he is a country singer from Louisiana, and he is really kind of one of those genre-bending people we have now. Who he mixes country and R&B and hip hop and kind of mixes it all together. And so it'll be fun to talk to him, not just about, genre bending, his own genre bending, but also, the way the industry is treating Black country singers and people who are kind of on the cusp of two different styles of music. So we're really excited. Demi, what have you been up to the last few days? I haven't talked to you in a while.
Oh my goodness, Jordan. Well, actually, I go to Miami in a few hours to finish wrapping up this album. But I just wanted to talk about this real quick. What is up with country music fans and their like diehardness? Have you ever noticed that? Like country music fans who
You're
you get me, right?
Demi, you are scratching your mic. You're like the mic on your headphones. I can hear you scratching it. Your hair's scratching it.
This is from the headphones?
Right. Your microphone.
Oh.
No, your headphones, the microphone on your headphones is making a noise. It's hitting your hair. So take them off. Take your headphones off. Okay, never mind. There's a scratch. It's making a scratching noise. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so
I'll move the hair.
Move your hair. There you go. That's better. Okay, cool. All right,
We're back.
All right.
We're back better than ever.
Back and better than ever. So country singers, you said, or country fans are diehard. I think it's partly country music gets a lot of flack. A lot of people don't think it's cool. Younger people don't think it's cool. People in the city, people in New York like us don't think it's cool. So country fans are united behind that whole, like, our style of music. They kind of feel like an underdog, I think is.
It's like the hardcore scene in New York City, but with like cowboy boots.
Yeah. But there are country fans in New York, We
love it.
My question to you is, Demi, is what kind of country fans or what kind of country music have you listened to? What's your experience with country music?
So funny. I have a friend who I met recently who I was in the car with them, and literally, they put a country station on or something like that. And I just have never seen somebody, be so passionate about a song before in my life. There's something about people from the South. They just have this love for country music. I will never, diehard fans.
Yeah.
Got the
do you like country music?
I think it's hot. I could get down to it.
Yeah. Do you like a guy with a pickup truck and a cowboy hat and stubble?
Oh my goodness.
Do you think the country aesthetic is attractive? Like when you see like a country guy in a video, like a hot country guy, you're like, yeah, or you like, no thanks.
If he has tattoos, we can make it work.
So you kind of like an edgy, kind of punky country kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm guilty today. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So you mentioned you are finishing up an album.
Mhm.
You don't have to give away too much away. You don't have to give too much away, but what's going on with that? Like what kind of music? Like I know that you had like a rock project and a pop project kind of going simultaneously. So
Yeah. Yeah, what can I say about that? I'm shooting a video next week, the second music video for the project. Just stay tuned. It's gonna be fun. It's like if like Kurt Cobain and freaking like Britney Spears had a godchild or some shit, honestly.
so you mean
Boom, boom.
like
You know,
Machine Gun? You mean like so you basically like a female version of Machine Gun Kelly? I'm just messing with you.
when you
I'm
say
just
Machine Gun Kelly, I can't. Now you got me on a whole thing today.
Willie is here. So
Willie!
right now I like to welcome
Willie
Willie Jones to the
What's
show.
going on, y'all?
Willie, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
We're all right. We're all right. So where are you joining us from today?
I'm in Nashville right now.
You
Nashville,
are in
Tennessee.
Nashville. You are in Nashville.
Yeah.
We were just talking about your partnership with the National Museum of African American Music, which is in Nashville.
Yeah.
And then we're going to put up and we'll get into your whole album and your whole deal, your background in a second, but let's start off with what you're doing today. I'm going to put up the graphic right now. So tell the people what's going on here with this partnership you got.
Okay, yeah. So I'm partnering up with the National Museum of African American Music. They actually just had the grand opening today out here in Nashville, and it's just a dope museum where they just run through all African American music from jump to where we are now. Just a lot of cool exhibits and stuff. But yeah, I just came on and just help get the word out about the museum and honor MLK today. So yeah, it's a really cool partnership.
And there is a kind of a not a challenge, but a kind of a campaign that goes with this. I'll put it back up here.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about the video posting and the tagging.
Yeah, so I have an American dream is just a challenge that we're getting into just to have a dialogue about what the dream is for America, you know what I'm saying, as just people and just with the American dream song, it just goes hand in hand. So we just want to get people, you know what I'm saying, just talking and expressing what we love about the country, you know what I'm saying, because there's so much that we can talk down on, but yeah, let's get into what we love and just the dream.
Willie, thank you for gracing us with your accent today. Can
Yeah,
you
no
tell
problem.
us about growing up in the South? What's that like? Because we're in New York City right now.
Yeah, where are you guys at right now?
We're in Brooklyn.
Oh, y'all in Brooklyn. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
it's totally different. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's a little more slow, a lot of more slow. And it's just small town, family, friends, everything is close by. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in Shreveport, Louisiana, so it was cool.
Now, did you grow up? Now, was looking back because some people, who go into country music were in another kind of music before. But when I looked back at your Spotify, pretty much everything you've released in the last 5 years has been at
Yeah.
least kind of country influenced.
Yes, sir.
Did you always want to be a country singer, or
Yeah,
what
I
did you
mean,
want? Yeah,
I made my mind up that I was gonna sing country when I was like 15. I did a talent show where we had to sing a country song, and I just at the time I didn't listen to too much country, but just sifting through the songs to find the right one to sing, and I was like, just not hearing exactly. I mean, I loved it, you know what I'm saying? Like it fit. A lot of country artists use their lower register, and that's what you know what I'm saying. I hold down the bass, so yeah, just getting into it, I was like, yo, I'm just gonna do this and just rock with it.
Well, who'd you listen to though? Who were your on the countryside?
On the country side, when I first got into it, Josh Turner was the man. You feel me? And then I got into some old Randy Travis. But typically, I mean, this was like what, like 2018? No, this was like 2011. Yeah. So like Blake Shelton, a lot of these radio country, man.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and vocally, you're kind of all over the place. Some of your stuff, you've got a real twang, and some of your songs, you have more of like a traditional singing voice.
You have to switch up the flow.
Yeah.
You feel
Now
me?
you grew up, you had like a little bit of a gospel background, right?
Yeah, growing up, I just listened to all kinds of music. You feel me? Like, I mean,
But you grew up in the church a little bit, or
yeah, the church was definitely where it was at. You feel me? my dad sang in the praise and worship team, and just always going to church. You feel me? Like music was just weird. That was like what we can get the most, like live music, you know. So yeah, just growing up listening to everything from pop to rap to country to everything, and it just infused where we are now.
I read this article on you that came out in Rolling Stone. And one thing that struck me about you is you said, and I quote, a lot of people in Nashville chase radio, and you are just chasing the vibe. So
Right.
can you elaborate on that for us and how important is staying true to yourself as an artist in the midst of like your success?
Yeah, I think just a lot of countries definitely changed, and it's like one of the genres to just I feel like take longer to see, you know, to open up for sure. Just like even sound wise, and yeah, I'm just not chasing the radio heat. I'm just vibing out and just making the music that is that I just stories that just come from my life. You know what I'm saying? That I feel like other people can relate to and just hear in different way.
Now, you have a new album coming out at the end of
Yes,
the week,
sir.
right on Friday. Let's talk about that new album. I'll put up the cover now because it's a little bit change in pace compared to what we've been talking about. This is the cover. You
Yes,
got
sir.
the old,
Oh my God.
yeah. So
good.
tell us about why you chose this image for the cover. And is this your debut album?
Yeah, this is the debut. This is the debut.
So let's put it back up. Tell me about the cover. Why you
Straight
chose
up. So the
this?
cover that was my boy Zan did it down in Louisiana, and I was just I was kind of having a hard time trying to come up with what exactly I wanted the cover to be, and at the time, I mean, even still now we're hella quarantined, so I was at home in my backyard, and we just, I mean, I'll be back there all the time. The fire pit is cool, and we got a smooth little 5 acres, and I was just cool, and I had them come over and snap some photos, and that was the one. And I was actually putting some lighter fluid on the fire.
Yeah. I figured you didn't have quite that much of, velocity.
Right. And yeah, it just came out and it just spoke to me. I was like, oh, this is the one. I'm putting fuel on the fire. It's me at home. You know, it just represents the South. I feel like everybody can relate.
Yeah, no, I feel you, and I think we've all done the actual
Accident.
the
Yeah.
actual thing at some point. I'm from Kansas City. I spent a lot of times in the Ozarks, and
Okay.
so I'm no stranger to a campfire.
Yes, sir.
It's so funny the difference between like the South, how the South quarantines, and then how us up here quarantining, just like dying in the house,
Yeah,
like
right.
trying to
Oh,
figure
yeah.
out.
It's
Whoa,
definitely enough room. I mean,
you guys are
I'm roaming
chilling.
around a little outside into the vibes.
How was your quarantine? How was that? How did coronavirus affect everything like in your life?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely just slowed down getting in rights with people, and just getting in studios. And so I was just working from home a lot, just in the studio. And I would get around and link up with some people, but yeah, definitely everything slowed down. But I'm excited to be here and have the album out.
Now, this is an interesting time. There's becoming more and more African American Black country singers have become more and more mainstream. You live in Nashville. Nashville is notoriously rigid in terms of their structure, their hierarchy, the way things are done. How do you feel like the Nashville establishment is treating the Black country singers that are coming up right now? Have they accepted
I
them?
think for the most part, I mean, Nashville is definitely opening its arms, and I mean they have to. You know what I'm saying? It's like get with it or get lost. And even thinking Apple Music, I got a radio show on Apple Music, and they opened up a few shows with other Black country artists. Jimmy got one. Reese Palmer has one on Apple Music. Breland. So I feel like it's just one of them things where it's like either you get with it or get lost because we moving forward. So Nashville's been dope as far as opening its arms and vibing with the right people. They make themselves known. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Would you like to be known as strictly a country singer?
I'm just vibing, dog. You feel me? I mean, real talk. I mean, so much music is genre bending and in different, you know what I'm saying? Just different vibes. But I mean, I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana. That is the country. You feel me? So
Yeah.
like, and what I'm talking about is true to me and true to my values. So that's what country music is. But
You're a country star, but I heard from someone
Mhm.
that you are actually an OG freestyler, and
Oh, I
would
get
you
down.
freestyle right now?
No,
Oh,
no,
oh,
no.
five,
No, this isn't Sway. This isn't Sway. This isn't
bro, like
Sway's
the five
universe.
niggas of death, she coming with the beat and everything. Nah.
He's like, damn, rejected.
Right, nah. But yeah, freestyling is definitely, I mean, when I'm in the creative process for sure, like how I really start a lot of my songs.
That's how you write music.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's talk about you have a song. So your album right now is interesting because it has kind of the hallmarks of a country album. In fact, you have most of the tracks are co-written by multiple people. You have a lot of co-writers you work with, a lot of producers you work with, and then at the end you have a remix of one of your songs with T.I.
Yeah,
the
that
legend
was-
T.I. This, it doesn't get more when you think of Southern rap. T.I. is on the Mount Rushmore.
yeah, he the king of the South.
Yeah. So tell us about how that whole thing came together.
Yeah, so Down For It was one that I wrote out in Nashville. I collaborated with my boy Sean Cook, and he's done a lot of my records, and we just always vibing. We had a couple of the co-writes in there, but yeah, the song just came, and we were saying in the chorus, "You can do whatever you like," and at the same time, it's crazy. Me and the producer was like, "Yo, we should sample Whatever You Like by T.I." So we threw it in there, and it just brought the song to another level. And just in the midst of mixing and mastering, we shot it over to my guy Mars, who's a producer out in LA. He do a lot of stuff with T.I. and Nipsey and just catalog crazy. But he's T.I.'s bro, and yeah, we slid it to him, and he just remixed it and slid it to T.I. and here we are. You feel me? And my boy J.D. Walker got on there and remixed it. And yeah, man, we got Tip on that record.
How much do you care, in the country music world, so much emphasis is put on hit songs, how many top 10s you have, how many top 5s you have. How much do you care about chart success right now?
Right now I really don't care too much. I mean, I definitely want people to hear it, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I'm not like, if it catches on, which I know it will, cool. But if we gonna rock it where we at, I just want to keep elevating.
Let's take it back a little bit. Let's take it back. The X Factor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You were mentored by Demi Lovato.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's one of my
Do you still have her number? Do you still talk to her?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I haven't. I actually ran into her like, when was it? This was before quarantine. This was like February in LA at church.
What was that like? Tell us all about that.
Yeah, X Factor was dope. I mean, I didn't really plan on like, because I would watch singing shows growing up and stuff like that, but that just came about. They were actually in Shreveport, and yeah, it was like senior year, just got out of school, and yeah, I shot up to the mall to audition, and I sang. I had my list of songs that I wanted to sing, and ended up just getting further and further on the show. But it was definitely a dope time. I mean, Demi Lovato, Britney, who else was on there? L.A. Reid, Simon Cowell.
Did you think that like that day that when you were going to the mall to audition, you know what I mean? When you woke up that day, did you really see that was ahead of you?
I definitely did, but at the same time, I was like, it's a chance that, it might, because all these shows, so many people know it. But I'm like, if it works out, it'll work out, and we're just gonna keep going. And I was like, if not, I would still do music. I'm gonna still chase this dream. And I mean, that was almost 10 years ago, and I've definitely put it in, been working since then.
Well, the one thing that fascinates me about competition shows, seeing competition shows, is the audition process. We had there's a singer named Briston Maroney who's based in Nashville. There, he was on American Idol, and I was really, when he was on the show, I talked to him about the American Idol process. You were talking about going to audition. There's two types of people who audition for singing shows. There's the people who are like, I am going to make it. I have the talent to be in the top 10. And the people who are just like, I'm pretty good. It'll be fun. I'll get on TV. So where was your head at when you were auditioning? And what was that process like?
When I was auditioning, I mean, like I said, I was fresh out of high school, and I had scholarship for musical theater, and yeah, and I just was like, cool, I'm gonna just rock it how I know how to, and I just went in head first, honestly.
But there's got to be when you after you finish your audition, there's got to be a moment where you're like, I nailed that. I'm going to be on the show. Like where you just feel 10 feet tall. Did that happen?
Oh yeah, I definitely had that. And I mean, for the rest, I made it to the top 16. So for the remainder of the show, I definitely was trying to get it, but the work really starts after the shows for sure.
Do you wish that, the one thing, the disadvantage you had is it was long enough to go where Instagram wasn't as big of a deal. You could have really you got a good, your Instagram is popping now, but just imagine if you were
back then, right? It would have went crazy, right?
Yeah.
But I'm definitely thankful for that opportunity to be able to do it at that time I did, and here we are now, right now, about to drop.
Yeah. So it's been so long. Why did it take so long to get a full length album together?
Just life, bro. Figuring out what works right. I did a couple tours before, just touring around gigging, but it was just finding, for me, the music, I just wanted to be right. And I probably kind of took a while to get certain songs out, but just cultivating the sound is what I really wanted to get. Because at the time, it wasn't any, when I was fresh off the show, FGL hadn't even dropped. You know what I'm saying? Country really was still kind of traditional. It wasn't taking it as much of a pop, type vibe. So it was really just trying to figure out the music and figure my way out through life and connect the dots.
Yeah, country music has definitely changed a lot over the last 7 or 8 years. How do you feel about the status of country music? Do you think the quality is good? See, I am kind of an armchair country music person. I admit I'm in Brooklyn, I'm like into the pop scene, the rock scene, hip hop, the scene. I don't do a lot of country, but it feels like the quality, because it used to be everything was so packaged so neatly, like in the 90s and 2000s, everything was 3 or 4 minute, pop, verse, chorus. And now you have people like, not just on the rap side, but even people like, Eric Church and Zach Brown, who are like legit guitar players. So I feel like country music is way more diverse. It's not as cookie cutter as it used to be.
For sure.
How do you feel about the state of country music right now?
Yeah, I love it. I love to see just the change in it, because all around it's like you have traditional sounding artists who will put a new spin on it, like Casey Musgraves, or like Orga
Casey Musgraves sings about smoking weed, which was like off limits
right
for a while.
Yeah, it's just a new age, you know what I'm saying? Just like you can see it in music, and you can see it where we are today, just in the world. It's just they just keep moving forward. So I'm just happy to be a part of the change, just open people up to the genre.
You are a big fashion guy. You've got some great looks on your Instagram.
I do a little thing.
What are your 3 go-tos in your closet? In that wardrobe?
My 3 go-tos.
I
got some little. I definitely love to play. You feel me? I would say I don't have it right now. I left it down in Louisiana, but I like a fresh hat. It depends on the fit. And what's my 3rd go-to? My bag. I got a little bag.
You're a bag guy?
Yeah, I would love.
Do you got like the A$AP Rocky like Gucci bag kind of
stuff?
stuff?
Yeah, I got a little Gucci bag. Then I got a couple different ones. This is my utility bag.
Get out.
Are you a sneakerhead?
I'm not a sneakerhead, but I appreciate a nice sneaker. Like, I'm not one to just.
Are you more of a boot guy in the traditional country?
Yeah, I'm more of a boot guy. Honestly, I got some
cowboy boots.
I got some cowboy boots, but I got
no way.
You got some Timbs,
army type. Yeah, some little caramel jumpers.
This show is not called It's Real for nothing. Everybody wants to know, has to know. Let us know. What is Willie's relationship status for the ladies?
I am single as a Peringle.
Ladies,
I'm just cooling. Yeah, I'm just cool.
What does Willie look for in?
Hold on,
Yeah,
that's got it. That's
2024.
got it. Hold on, let me back up. That's got to be by design. No one comes out with their debut album and has a lady holding them down. You know. So that had to be by
Right.
design. Like, I'm gonna drop this album. Also, I'm single, just coincidentally. Right now.
I mean, I'm just chilling, you know. I'm just chilling. Yeah, not right now. I got a lot of growing
I
up
like
to do.
that.
Demi,
Straight
sorry I
up.
interrupted you. Go ahead. What were you gonna ask him?
No, for some reason I always get to it's Call Her Daddy. You know, I always go there.
Yeah.
Just funny.
Yeah. Well, so what is your situation now? Because you got this new album out. You can do interviews, you can do these kind of live stream sort of things, but it's harder to go on TV. I know that Nashville is different from other cities in that, like, you can go on a local Nashville show and it means something because you're in Music City. So what is your plan to kind of get this music out here and kind of raise your presence besides, the music videos and stuff?
And take
Yeah,
over the
I mean,
world.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just performing when I can. I mean, performances aren't really going on too much, but just using my social media and other ways to just get it out. And yeah.
What is your live in regular times? Excuse me. What does your live show look like? Do you have a full band? Do you have a DJ?
No,
Like,
I got a DJ come out and rock with me, and I have a guitar player. We really turn it up. Shout out to my boy DJ Fat Boy Kermit from the 318. But yeah, it's a little turn up. It's like we in the club. I miss those days. But yeah, it's really cool.
I've avoided this. You're from Shreveport. I didn't assume you were a Saints fan. I thought you might be a Saints fan, but I avoided that thus far.
No, yeah, I have to be, but I'm not really. I don't
Okay,
really
so
like.
you're not totally crushed from
Yeah.
yesterday's.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday I did watch that game, and that was a tough one for sure. Breeze last joint. Yeah.
What about Pelicans? You care about the Pelicans?
I mean,
what's your sports fandom situation?
I would say I'm at a solid like 3 out of 10 on even like Rocket. I'll watch some games, but
Okay.
I'm not even like a fan really.
So you're not like talking trash to your friends who are fans
Yeah,
of
I
other
won't talk
teams.
so much trash. I usually just sit around and listen.
One thing we like to ask about here on the show is collaborators. You did the thing with T.I. Do you have anything cooking with other collaborations, or who would you like to collaborate with? What kind of stuff would you like to do?
Oh man, I mean, I definitely want to get in with just a couple producers that I feel like I actually done a couple with like Tay Keith and few other producers, but I just want to get them out. I wouldn't mind collabing with the homie Leon Bridges on some.
Leon Bridges. See, what I was thinking, since T.I. came on did a guest verse on one of your songs, I was thinking like, if you reversed it and you did like you sang the chorus on a rap song in your country style.
I'm sure we're gonna get around to that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to work with more. I mean, T.I.'s a legend, so that'd be crazy to work with Tip again or any other legend from that period.
I didn't go ahead, Demi.
No, I was gonna say something completely opposite. You're a Libra. Okay. Are you into zodiac signs? Are you into that stuff?
Not really, but Libras are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, like, outside of music, and I always ask this question because I genuinely want to know because I'm a fan. But who's the man behind the music? You know what I mean? Take away music, take away everything, entertainment. Who's left?
Shit, Willie Jones. I'm just chill.
What would you be doing if you weren't a musician, a singer?
I would definitely be. Honestly,
one thing you kind of snuck in there. One thing you snuck in there that we kind of let go is you said you were a musical theater person.
Oh yeah, I would be performing. I would be on some. Definitely just involved somewhere in the arts for sure. Somewhere, whether that's music or drama, or some choir, something like that. Just bringing music to people.
Yeah. Well, I would love to see you on stage sometime.
Oh, one of these days, buddy.
What's your dream show? Like if you could be in any musical, what's your favorite musical?
It's a throwback. It's called Once on This Island. You gotta check it out.
Oh, what's on the side? Okay.
Yeah, it's dope. Check it out.
All right, Willie, we will let you go. We will throw up your thing right here one more time so you can post your video and tag 3 people with the hashtag I Have an American Dream. This is today. Congratulations on the single and the album. The single is called American Dream, which is on the album right now. It's out Friday.
Yes,
Willie Jones, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you for having me, man. Video out too. Check the video out, and yeah, peace of love.
And your socials is at Willie Jones across
Just
the board,
Willie Jones,
right?
man. Yes, sir.
All right, we'll talk to you later, Willie.
All right, y'all take it easy.
All right, bye-bye. All right, Demi, there you go.
Willie
Jones, our first live interview.
Yeah.
So all that's left is the outro. You got the outro ready?
I got the outro ready.
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you to our guest, Willie Jones. This is It's Real with Jordan and Demi. It's presented by Popdust. Go to popdust.com for an archive of all of our past shows. And you can find me on Instagram at Demi_Ramos. And you can find Jordan at Jordan Edwards Studio.
All right, we'll see you guys later. We'll see you next Monday with Suzanne Vega.
Suzanne Vega.